Hello, I'm Vadini Ariyam. In this video, I'm going to talk about accounting for petty cash. Petty cash, all businesses need petty cash because to cover the small expenses like entertainment, food, and traveling expenses or stationery, cleaning material, something like that. It is not advisable to use debit cards, credit cards, or even issue a check to cover these expenses. It will create unnecessary work for the accounting staff, too much work for the accounting staffs. And then, therefore, all companies manage to have an imprest system and reimburse the float whenever it runs out. Therefore, all companies manage all the imprest system and reimburse the float when it runs out. So a small cash account kept separately to enter all the expenses and total it and transfer it by the end of the month, end of each month. It has to be done so all the expenses are debited to the individual accounts. Say for example, if you spend money on traveling or for the bus fare and then another time for the taxi, so both get the total of both will be transferred to the traveling account in the general ledger. It's like that. Even the stationery, various type of stationeries you buy out of the petty cash, it's transferred to the general ledger at the end of the month before closing all the accounts and preparing the trial balance. So the petty cash is very useful like that because it will not create unnecessary work. And also when it should be handled by one person, and when the money is paid and the petty cash voucher is created and the receiver and the person who pays the money signs a petty cash voucher. Every now and then the petty cash should be checked to see the float in there. It has to be, the float should be a reasonable amount and it has to be approved by a senior staff. The float, the amount there in the petty cash should be equal to the float, either the cash or in way of few receipts, many receipts plus the leftover cash should be equal to the float approved. That's how it works. Otherwise there could be problems in the petty cash itself. So the petty cash should be monitored regularly and to keep everything smooth, to run smoothly. There are some points you have to make a note of it. One is you need a secure place to handle the petty cash, and when you are not using the petty cash it should be locked away and you shouldn't leave it out, and needs a single person to handle the money, and because if anything goes wrong that person becomes answerable. You cannot allow everybody to handle petty cash. Spot checks needed to make sure everything runs smoothly. Petty cash doesn't involve the double entry systems. All the totals, so the totals for the month is taken and transferred to the general ledger as I said before. And the cash, cash is reimbursed. When it's reimbursed, another entry is debit cash and credit the bank account. It goes like that. So it's done normally done monthly basis. The float is reimbursed by the end of the month or first of the month when the totals are taken out. It is not advisable to go beyond the approved limit because if it starts to fluctuate like that, there's no control over the petty cash. That would be wrong. So certain expenses are only allowed to spend from the petty cash. These are the tips to maintain petty cash. Is very important for small businesses or big businesses because you don't want to mix up with the main accounting system. You keep it separately, a petty cash book, enter it correctly, enter the month, total it, and then transfer that to the general ledger of the company. I hope you liked this video, who understood these tips to how to maintain a petty cash system and how to reimburse it. If you like it, please share it as well. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you. Bye for now. I'll see you in another one. Thank you.